Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lesson you are going to create the login and sign up screens. First I'm going to move these down and then we can remove this, or actually I'm going to leave them here for now. Let's keep it there. Now we are going to start with the sign up. I'm going to make a copy out of it and move it over here. We are going to create something similar to this one, or exactly the same maybe. So now let's go to the artboard and create an artboard. We will use the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Or actually we can do something else. I can just copy one of the previous artboard that we created, which is this one. I'm going to duplicate this one. Click on the name, press on the Alt or Option and drag it to the side. Now remove this one. And then I'm going to move this one over here. Now the first thing we're going to do is to remove the text. And I will add a new text and write X shoes. This will be like a logo for our app. I'll make it bigger like this. Move it in the middle. And then for the X, we are going to make it light. You are using the Rubik font. Make it light like this. And then I will duplicate this one, press on the Alt or Option and make a copy. Copy this text and paste it over this text. Double click on it and paste it over here. So now we have created the other text, which is create your account. Make sure you fit it in the middle and then you're going to change it from light to medium. So just click on the text, change it from light to the medium. And then with the alignment tools, make sure it's in the middle, both of the logo and the text. Now we are going to make another copy out of this. And then we will copy this text, double click on it, Ctrl C, and then Ctrl V over this text. After able to, I'm going to enter to make it 2 lines. And then I will Ctrl 8 to select everything and make a paragraph alignment to the middle. Then change it to light and bring down the size. I think I'm going to make it regular. Okay, like this is good. Now align it just like this. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing, we're going to create the area for the login details. So for that, we are going to use the rectangle tool. We're going to create a rectangle just like this. And then you're going to round the corners. We will disable the borders and make sure it's in the middle first, and then disable the borders. Then enable the background blur. We are going to increase the opacity a bit, make it 2. Then we are going to align it. I'm going to move this up. Actually, let's move all of the text up. And then this one. And then I'm going to make it taller, like this. Okay, now the color behind it, we have this circle, this one. I will just copy it, Ctrl C, then select the artboard, Ctrl V, and in the layer panel we are going to put this color behind the rectangle. So this is Baugasm circle, we're going to put it under the rectangle, and I'm going to move it in the middle. I will increase the blur a bit. Okay, 33 is good. Now let's create the other stuff, the area for the email and the password. For that, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. Make a rectangle like this. Then round the corners. Make it a bit thinner. Let's move it down. For the border, we are going to make it 0.5. And for the color, we are going to change it to light gray. Okay, now we are going to add a text. I'm going to write an email sample in it. So go to the text and write any email, something at Gmail or at mail. I'm going to write my name, but first we need to change the color to something dark so we can see it. Okay, like this. Now write, okay, let's write Alan Ayubi at, or you can write any name actually. I'll write Alan Ayubi at gmail.com. Okay, perfect. align it in the middle and make it light. We are going to bring down the size, of course. Okay. I think we will align it to the left. Okay, we are good like this. Now I'm going to change the text to Roboto because I think it's more formal. And then I'm going to change the opacity maybe. Or actually, let's keep it like this. Maybe you will bring down the color, make it a bit darker. Okay, I will make it a bit thinner. And then move this in the middle. Then we are going to click on it, like we'll select the text with the background, right click and group it together. And then we are going to use repeat grid. Now we will create 3 copies out of it. This easy. You already know this, we covered this. Actually, I want to change the background a bit, make it a bit thicker. Just like this. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to create the password area. We want to change the text or the email to password area. Now if you want to do it, for example, if you want to create circles over here, it will be created in all of them. This is because we have the repeat grid on them. We need to ungroup that, so click on your repeat grid, which is this one, come over here and group it. Now we can change individuals. Now I can easily come over here and make a circle. We're going to change the fill to dark and disable the border. Then we are going to remove this text and then make this one smaller a bit, make another copy. I will select both of them and then we're going to group them together. Then we will use repeat grid and we will have something like this. Now let's decrease the space between them like this. And then let's fix this one as well. Okay, we have it. I'm going to duplicate it and bring a copy over here and remove this text. As you can see, these circles are a bit big. I'm going to select both of them and make them smaller, but obviously you cannot make them small like this because they have repeat grid on them. We need to ungroup the repeat grid, but as you can see, we still have some problems. Some of them are squashing. I'm going to leave this like this for now. I will leave it as it is. We are going to fix that later. I just undo it. Let's remove this text again. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is to create the text and other buttons. So we are going to copy this text, press on the Alt and make a copy out of it. We are going to copy this text as well and paste it over this one. So already have an account like this. We will move it over here. Let me remove these lines, we don't need them. Now I'm going to remove this register button as well. We could just move it up actually. We will fix that later. Now let's bring this down, and this login button, we are going to make it smaller and make sure it's in the middle. Move this down as well, make sure it's in the middle. I will make this text a bit smaller and then we will change it to medium, then align it. And the next thing for the register button, I'm going to bring it from the previous artboard that we created in the last lesson. In the previous lesson we created this register button. I'm going to copy and paste it over this artboard and move it over here. So I'm going to fix this. I will remove these circles. They are not nice. They are a bit big. I'm going to make another very small circle like this. We'll make it dark gray, disable the border. Let's make it a bit bigger actually, like this. And then I'm going to use repeat grid on this actually. Make sure it's in the middle, repeat grid, and we're going to make copies out of it. And decrease the size of the space. And make another copy, put it over here. Okay, now we have created the password area. I'm going to change the color actually. I'll make it a bit lighter gray. And for this one as well. We'll get it from here. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we have created this artboard. The next thing we are going to do is to remove the sample. This one, I will remove this one. Click on it and delete. And this one I'm going to rename it to sign up. Maybe sign up too. And then you are going to make the login. I'm going to make a copy out of this one so you can make something similar to it. This is very easy. I will just duplicate the sign up artboard that we just created, and we are going to change the text and the area for the email and password. I will copy this text, Ctrl C, and paste it over this one. For the alignment, make it middle alignment and move it over here. The other text will remain the same. This one we will make it smaller, something like this, and we are going to remove this one, and let's make something like this. This circle we are going to make it smaller to fit behind the background, and this one we are going to remove it, this one as well. Go to the text, we're going to write name, select it and make the color to black, and then we are going to make it regular. We are using the Robic font. We will make it smaller and move it over here. Make sure it's in the middle. I will zoom in and make a copy out of it. This one will be password, and align it with the name. Then select both of them, bring down the opacity to 26, and we will change the size. Actually 80 is good. Now we are going to change the bottom and this text. I will just write don't have an account, and then for the button, the login, we will change it to sign up. And make sure it's in the middle of the button. Align it to the middle like this. And then for the register, double click on it, change the text to login. And make sure it's in the middle of the button. And then you will align these texts just like this. Okay, perfect. Now we have created the login artboard as well. I'm going to remove the sample that we have, which is this one. Click on it, remove it, and then for this one we are going to move it over here and rename it to login, maybe login 2. Okay, like this is good. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Together we created login and sign up artboards. In the next lesson we are going to create the home page or the home screen for our app. I'll see you there.